Hi, and welcome back to Koala's Trip In. And this week I'm gonna share with you a rune meditation with the rune Hagal, or as it sometimes says on English pages, Hagalas, looking like this. So you can say it's an H with a tilted center line like that. Some people think it looks like an N. And sometimes confuses it with another rune that I'm not going to say the name of so that you don't confuse them. So this is Hagal, and just make yourself comfortable, relax, close your eyes, and listen to my voice and just tune in to Hagal. Take some deep breaths and relax. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your mind by listening to my voice. And just focusing on breathing in and breathing out and relax. Relax your spine and your stomach, your legs and your feet, step by step, piece by piece, as I sound the runes. Utushausrid kangi funya hagal nauris yara pertra iualgi soltyr bjarka maderlagu ingodal dagespe. Utushausrid kangi funya hagal nauris yara pertra iualgi soltyr bjarka maderlagu ingodal dagespe. Utushausrid kangi funya hagal nauris yara pertra iualgi soltyr bjarka maderlagu ingodal dagespe. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly as I sound Hagal. Now I want you to sound the rune together with me, and remember there are no rules. You don't need to be able to carry a tune. You just need to breathe in the air around you, the oxygen, and then breathe out for as long as you can, sounding the rune in 2 steps. Ha, ga. So let's breathe in and out. Ha, ga. Good job. Again, in, out. Ha, ga. for this next one, I want you to breathe in the air and the energy. Let it land in your heart, and then when you breathe out, sounding the rune, you let the energy disperse into your body, spread to your hands and toes, up in your mind, and around, round, round in your body. So we're going to sound the rune 3 times, and I want you to focus on the energy that flows in your body when you do this. We're breathing in, letting it land, and breathing out. You may want to focus on a piece of your body at a time, like maybe start with your legs, and then on the next breath you go up into your arms, and then on the last one up to your head. So 3 more times together. We breathe in, let it land, breathe out. Breathe in, let it land, and breathe out. Breathe in, let it land, breathe out. And I want you to do the same thing, focusing on the energy while breathing in, but this time I want you to breathe in from your feet. So welcome the Earth Mother's energy through the soles of your feet, up into your body, all the way up to your heart. When you breathe in, just draw it up, draw it in. And when you breathe out, just let it disperse, let it spread to wherever it wants to go inside your body and energy body. So breathe in from your Earth Mother via yours, the soles of your feet up to your heart. A long, deep breath. Breathe in. Out and spread. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out and spread. And one more. Breathe in. And out. Breathe normally for a few moments. And listen to my voice. On the next breath, I want you to do the same, but I want you to breathe out, breathe in from the top of your head. So welcome the bright light of the cosmos and the universe, the healing energies. Welcome them in through the top of your head, all the way down to your heart. Let it land and then disperse, spread it all the way through your energy body, your mind. Receive the energy with your soul and let the spirit guide you. So we're going to do this as well 3 times. So breathe in from the stars above all the way down to your heart, and then let the energy spread to wherever it wants to go. Breathe in. And spread. Just receive. Breathe in. And spread. And one more time. Breathe in. and spread. And breathe normally for a few moments. And feel the energy go from your heart to your belly, from your belly to your heart. How there's a giant ball of energy, of love, light, grounded energy, and all the colors of the rainbow between the hand at your belly and the hand at your heart. So place the hand by your belly with the palm facing up in your lap instead of tight to your stomach, so that you're holding a ball from underneath. And then the hand by your heart, you place it with the palm facing downward, as if you're holding the ball of energy from the top. So imagine this ball of energy, of love and light, grounding energy, and all the colors of the rainbow. Imagine holding it between your hands, and imagine it being big. So it's not just a light between your hands. It's a ball of light that expands into your body and around your body, and it's really, really big, like one of those balls you bathe with when you're young, taking it out into the sea, throwing it around. One of those balls of energy. Maybe you even had one in the colors of the rainbow. Or maybe you've seen one. Let it spin between your hands. Spin it clockwise, if you're watching it from above, you're seeing it spin clockwise. And as it's spinning, it's expanding with every beat of your heart, with every breath you take. And as it expands, you lift your hand from your heart. You keep the palm facing downward, and you lift your hand up to your nose, and feeling the energy expand into your head. And then you lift your hand to your forehead, feeling it expand and enveloping your forehead and your head, your eyes, your ears, your nose. And you keep lifting the hand up above until it's way above your head. And you let it rest in the air above your head, so that this ball envelopes all of the upper part of your body from the belly button up. And then you start to move your hand that is in your lap. Move it to one side so that you can place the hand almost as if you could put it below your bottom. So you may sit on it if that feels more comfortable for you, and lets you and helps you imagine this ball of energy enveloping all of you from the root to your crown. And then I want you to slowly move both hands sideways so that you are tilting the ball to one side. Doesn't matter which side, just tilt the ball so that you're holding your right hand next to your body, maybe at the height of the chest or the solar plexus, and then the left on the other side at the same height. And then you let the hands expand even more so that this ball of energy and light envelopes all of you from the feet to your crown and even bigger. And when you feel that this ball of energy and light and love and all the colors of the rainbow envelopes all of you, you leave it there. You let go of the ball and let it have a life of its own, enveloping with you with all of the energy from the cosmos, the universe, and the Earth Mother, and from the rune of Hagal or Hagalas. And you put your hands in your lap again and let them rest. And just sitting inside of this bubble of light, love, grounding energies, keeping energies, sacred energies, the feminine from the earth and the masculine from the sky. And you put one hand back on your heart and you feel all of this energy in your heart, and you make the heart the center of this energy. So this is one of the medicines of the Hagal rune, the colors of the rainbow, the healing light from the stars, but also the healing light from the Earth Mother. It's the rising energy from the earth to the crown, helping you heal from the inside out. It's also the spinning energies of the universe, the Milky Way, that never settles, that never stands still, always keeps going to the future and beyond, always keeping the energies of the universe and of your body that is a body of the universe, all the materia in your body, all the neurons and electrons are keep on spinning, and that is part of the medicine of the Hagal rune. Each rune contains so much of the medicine of the universe, pieces that fit together like a puzzle, but is also integrated like a painting. One stroke with a pen, with the brush, connects them all from the sky to the earth and back again. And this meditation has hopefully given you a small taste of that. So keep resting inside of your bubble of light, of healing energies, remembering that you are a part of it and it is a part of you, and the energies help you heal. And we're going to come back to the here and now with 5 deep breaths that we're going to take together. So on the first breath, I want you to smell whatever smell is all around you in the room that you are currently in. It can be the smell of an incense, the smell of your family that's lingering in the room, maybe a dog or a cat or a flower. Whatever the smell is, breathe it in, and when you breathe out, I want you to wiggle your toes. Breathe in and out. And on the next breath, we're gonna taste whatever we ate or drank last, remembering it, tasting it. And then when you breathe out, I want you to flex your spine and roll your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And on your with your next breath, you're gonna stretch your arms. So I want you to let go of the rune if you are holding your Hagal rune, as I am, so that you can stretch your arms and hands freely on the next breath. And then when you breathe out, I want you to take your fingertips and feel the fabric of your clothes, the touch of your skin. So breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and feel with your fingertips on the fabric and on the skin and on other surfaces that you have around you, so that you completely wake this sense again. Back to the here and now, grounding yourself. Maybe you have an object nearby that you would like to hold to ground yourself, like a stone or a pine cone or something like that. And on the next breath, we're going to focus on sound. So I want you to take a deep breath and hold your breath for a few moments and then breathe out through your nose and your ears. And then listening to a sound that is not my voice. Breathe in and out. And on the last breath, we're gonna focus on sight. So I want you to remember the room around you. Remember what objects are nearby or further away. Choose one object, preferably one that you can also touch when you open your eyes. So breathe in and remember, and then breathe out and open your eyes when you're ready. Focusing your eyes on the object of your choice, using that to ground you back to the here and now. Breathe in, breathe out. And of course, you can take some more breaths, doing this again, or maybe choosing new objects to ground yourself further. I have like a stone back here. This is a rose quartz, a big rose quartz I use sometimes. Or maybe you want to use something completely different. So welcome back to the here and now. I am Koala, and I will see you next time, whatever video you choose to watch. And until then, walk in beauty, maybe walk with the runes. And as I always end my videos, singling.